I'm gonna be honest. I created a project and now I don't even know how to open source it. Since I haven't done this before, one day I was sitting by myself and I thought to myself, can AI help me open source my app? And while I was planning to do that, I thought to myself, hey, content. So here I am. Now I know most of you think open sourcing is easy. Well, it is, right? But I think these are some of the key things that I will need. Licensing. A README that wows the reader, project screenshots, and then, as promised, the explainer resources. Don't know what I'm talking about? Watch this video where I showcased how I built a full-stack redesigned Discord clone. Oh hey, a new video from Bog. Wait, where was I? Oh yeah, here. So before I get to any of this, first I need a repository. So let's create that. Let's find a nice cozy spot for it in my storage. Please don't hack me. Yeah, I deem this place worthy of my codebase. And it's also next to the project I want to open source, so it is easy to copy files. So let's create a folder and let's call it Discord Open. Yes, I do like to name my folders without spaces. Now, I will copy the folders from my confidential codebase into the new folder that I've just created. 1.87 GB. Is it code for a spaceship going to black hole? No, it's just a Discord clone. Once it's copied, I'm gonna go ahead and open this in my favorite IDE, Cursor. Let's close all of these pop-ups first and wait for it to index the project, and we're good to go. Now I'll open my browser and create a new GitHub repository. I'll name the repo Discord Open, and for the description, okay, thank you auto-suggestion. Our repo is already public, so no need to change that, and create repository. If you've done this kind of thing before, clearly I haven't, so I'll skip that, or pushing an existing repository from the command line. Yeah, this makes sense. Alright. Let's open the terminal in Cursor and then initialize the Git repository. Then, let's add the origin, then add the develop branch as default, and then let's add all the codebase to the repo using the git add command. But wait, I almost forgot that the reason why I created an entire repository is because the old one has API secrets and keys that I accidentally pushed to remote control. Yup. Very bad of me. So before adding to the new repo, I'm going to make sure to replace these variables with empty strings, just so there's no footprint of these credentials on GitHub. Once this is done, we're now ready to add all files to the new repo. And I'm going to run git commit now to commit these changes, and then git push. Fatal. The current branch has no upstream branch. To push the current branch and set the remote as upstream, use this command. Command C and Command V. And we're done. Now, let's head over to GitHub and check if the code has been pushed, and boom, we can see our initial commit, the folders, and I think we've successfully created our repo. Repository, check. It's time for licensing. Let's create a README first. Now I want to convert my README from this to this, and we're going to use AI to do that. Please add a README that explains this project thoroughly. Also make sure to add placeholders for the YouTube and Medium links. Make sure to add quick start guide, and before running the Flutter project, they need to run the server. Also, to run the Flutter project, they need to first run flutter pub-get and dart run build runner. You know, I'm a Flutter expert when I can remember a few commands off the top of my head, though the same cannot be said for my Git knowledge. And send, and boom. Let's close the terminal and the file explorer. From the first look, I think AI has done like 80% of my work. My app supports iOS, Android, macOS, and web. Under the prerequisites heading, we don't have to install PostgreSQL, and we really do not need Node. PostgreSQL with migrations? Nope. LiveKit integration for video calls and screen share. Set up backend server. I think I may need to add more commands than just dart pub-get. So start database, create migration, apply migration, and after every change you make, you need to run serverpod generate. Make sure Postgre is running and configured. Delete. Okay, why am I doing everything in this greenish background? I can't even read the comments. Accept. and boom, this looks so much better. Setup database, delete, and in setup Flutter application, we don't need this command for data models, we need it for qubit states. Backend configuration, delete, start the backend. Okay, we need to paste the same commands here as we did in backend server setup. So run docker, apply migrations, generate, run server, and done. Start the front end, looks good. Web, open localhost 3000, open the provided link from the debug console. And let's also change desktop to macOS. Let's remove Windows and Linux from supported platforms. Project structure looks good. Deployment, delete, contributing looks good. And in links, we don't need the documentation because I am the documentation. Discord for the UI UX inspiration. Juxtapost for the UI UX inspiration. Okay, these development commands are actually pretty generic. These are good, but I actually want to add my own development commands as well. So I'm going to use AI to do that, and I'll copy and paste my commands from my notes. If you think I remembered these commands off the top of my head, well, you thought wrong. Please also add these to the development commands, command V and send, and boom, that's some nice formatting. I'll take it. Please also mention that this was a Discord redesign done by Juxtapost. Here is the link to their channel, and copy channel link and paste and send. Okay, so it made the change right at the top. Accept. Okay, let's cut the links from here and paste them near the top. This is just a marketing trick I learned from every marketer. README, check. It's time for licensing. Let's do project screenshots first. Add a section for project images. Screenshots and demos of the Discord clone application will be added here, and the AI also added placeholders below it. Good enough, except real-time notifications. Well, my app doesn't support that, so delete customizable user profiles with avatars. Well, I do support user profiles, but they're not customizable. So let's delete that. And let's move all of the advanced features into the core features and remove advanced features. Okay, let's continue adding project images. I already have a bunch of them in a folder that I used for my previous video, so I'm going to pick one image from there and add it to the chat. This is the chat section on Android, and send. Okay, I clearly did not give it enough information, but let's try to apply this suggestion. And copy and paste. Okay, and what happens if I click on this link? So it's a broken link inside the assets folder, and I don't even have an assets folder. So let's create that. Command B to open the file explorer, right click, new folder, assets, and let's copy the image over to the assets folder. Now I want to link the image here. I know I can use Markdown, and I think I did see something like that in the chat history. Yup. It's here. So let's copy and paste it and change it to chat section on Android. Let's remove this, and this should now be assets/Android_chat. Now if I hold command and click, it should take me to the image, and that's how we know the link is working. Let's remove this, and let's copy and paste this so we can add more images. I added all of my screenshots here and updated their links in the README here. I think we're done, so let's open the terminal and commit the changes. Git commit -m. Wait, I first need to run git add and now git commit. Now let's refresh the GitHub and see if the changes have been reflected. Let's hit refresh, and still no changes. I think I forgot git push. So let's go back to cursor, and it turns out I did forget it. I'm so silly. Git push, refresh, and now it should work. And it does. There's the README, description, links, core features, and okay, why is this image so big? Okay, so it turns out that desktop images are good, but the phone images are way too big. So let's fix that. Highlight an image, Command L to reference it in chat. Please make the picture smaller and also give them the same headings as the description, and send. Since this is markup, I'm pretty sure I can use the img tag here, but why use my 2 brain cells when I can just get AI to do that? Okay, so it's generated, and to no surprise, surprised it's also using the image tag. Would you like me to update the README with this change? Why would you ask me that when I'm in agent mode? Just do it. Please implement, just in case AI takes over someday. Okay, so I don't know why, but it only edited half of the images. Maybe I didn't say please enough. Please implement your suggestion for all of them. And it still managed to miss 2 images. Let's skip the pleasantries this time. So when I said please, it didn't work, and now it did. Wow. Accept, and now git add, commit, and push. Okay, so it fixed the phone images, but it broke the web and desktop images. You fix one thing, break the other, and call it progress. That's what coding has taught me. Okay, this time, I'm gonna spend my 2 brain cells and adjust the width of these images myself. Now let's open the terminal, git add, git commit, and git push. Go to the browser, refresh GitHub, and now it's fixed. Okay, what's this? A broken link, I suspect. I'm pretty sure nothing in the assets folder is called chat_Android. It's the other way around. So let's fix that. Android chat and fixed. Project screenshots, check. Let's update my tutorial links, paste YouTube tutorial link and Medium article link. Okay, now I also want to add a Discord community link, so let's add that. Please add a Discord community call to action where I will be providing support for this project. I would also be open to collaborate and discuss future ideas together. Here's the Discord link. And it's true, by the way. I've created a Discord community where like-minded people can hang out and chat, share project ideas, and just talk about stuff. And I even share the videos or the projects that I'm working on. So if you want to join, I'll leave a link in the comments. Okay, now copy the Discord link and paste. Okay, this looks good. Accept. Similarly, I want to have a section for support me. So let's do that. Looks good to me. Accept. Okay, let's add the explainer images. Similar to project images, I have the explainer images in the folder as well. So I'm just going to copy and paste them to my assets folder. Let's copy stuff from project images. Placing this above features is fine because nobody cares about the features anymore. They all want the code. Let's rename this to explainer resources. I want to replace this camera emoji. And one thing AI is really good at is adding emojis to everything. So let's ask AI, add relevant text icon for explainer resources. And it's a book. I'll take it. Now I'll update the description, the alt text, the width, and the link for every image. Okay, this looks good. Now let's see how it looks on the README. And I think it looks good. I also moved them into a separate folder in order to make them easier to find. Explainer resources. Check. Okay, now it's time for licensing. Let's go to the chat. Please add license and send. I think everything is okay, except over here, we should have 2025 instead of 2024. So let's do that. Save, accept. And now we have the license file, and we also have the MIT license tab right next to the README. Licensing, check. And I think we're done. Please let me know how you felt about this video by leaving a comment below, and if you haven't, like and subscribe. Thank you as always, and I will see you in the next one.